Okay, so picture this. You're walking down the dairy aisle, right? You're looking for something healthy, maybe a snack, and then you see it. This super creamy, decadent-looking Dulce de Leche yogurt. It seems perfect, kind of like a healthy treat. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder what's really in there?
I mean, it looks healthy on the package, but the ingredient list, well, that's where the real story is. So let's peel back the label and break this thing down.
So first things first, let's start with the good stuff. The ingredients that we all hope and expect to see in any yogurt. This is the healthy foundation it's all built on. Of course, it all starts with milk. That's the main event, giving you all the protein, calcium, and fat. And, depending on the brand, it could be whole milk, low fat, or skim. This is basically the canvas for everything else. Now, these are the real magic makers. Live yogurt cultures. These are those friendly little bacteria that do all the hard work, fermenting the milk and turning it into the creamy yogurt we love. Plus, they're great for your gut health. Honestly, without these cultures, it's just milk.
All right, so we've got the wholesome base covered, but that rich, sweet, caramelly flavor, that's got to come from somewhere, right? This is where things start to get interesting.
So the sweetness is usually a 1-2 punch. First, you've got the dulce de leche itself. That's the classic caramel flavor made from milk and sugar. But then, on top of that, a lot of brands will throw in extra added sugar just to pump up the sweetness even more. And here's the thing you really have to watch out for. Added sugar isn't always called sugar. You gotta be a bit of a detective and look for other names, like cane sugar or evaporated cane juice. It's all just sugar, and trust me, it can add up super fast.
Okay, next up. Have you ever wondered how that yogurt stays so perfectly smooth, spoon after spoon? Well, that perfect texture doesn't just happen by accident. There are a few secret ingredients working behind the scenes. You'll probably see things like pectin, gelatin, or modified cornstarch on the label. And their job is pretty simple, really. They're just thickeners and stabilizers to keep the yogurt from getting watery or separating. It just keeps it all together and nice and creamy. And last but not least, to really round things out, a lot of brands add natural flavors. These are just there to give that dulce de leche taste a little extra boost, to make that caramel flavor really pop. So when you put it all together, the good stuff like milk and cultures, but also the sugars and the stabilizers, we have to come back to that big question we started with. What exactly are we eating here? And this right here is the main takeaway. Some of these so-called healthy yogurts can have more sugar than an actual dessert, like a cookie or a scoop of ice cream. The only way to know for sure is to flip it over and actually read the label. So the next time you're reaching for one of these, you'll know exactly what to look for. Is it that healthy snack you were hoping for? Or is it really just a dessert in disguise? The answer is right there on the label.